Life is full of mystery, right? Like, will a meteorite randomly hit this planet and incinerate all of us? Will that one friend that you have really ever get a job? And you know the friend that I'm referring to. But in my short 21 years on this planet, there's one thing for certain that I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, and it is that rich people, specifically ultra-rich people, are so out of touch that it is almost laughable. And today's object of obsession, our shithead select for the day, is Tom Segura. He's a comedian, a pretty large comedian too. And this is unrelated, but I went to his website to get a picture of him to show you guys, and I saw his Netflix special that he's promoting. And what do you guys think is the joke that he promotes as his number one joke? The real smasher, the one that's gonna get all the audience to come in when they see this in the trailer. It's a joke about him being hyped to call 911 because his wife fell down the stairs. You know, the old ball and chain, the old boomer joke. I hate my wife. Can't wait to go outside. But that's unrelated. What actually happened is he's kind of an asshole on Twitter, which, wow. People being an asshole on Twitter, I've never heard of anything like that in the past, in my life, actually. But what happened here is he had tweeted out recently complaining about how an American Air, dumb freak at I don't know if I can say that, I'm not Australian. Dumb freak from American Air maybe gate checked my bag so she feels the little power she has left in her life. I get it. You win this round, freak. I'm trying to play it safe here. But so essentially he goes on this you can see on my taskbar here, he goes on a multi-tweet rant about a woman who checked his bag in American Air. A woman doing her job. When Tom Segura, one of the first things he jumps to in this rant is the fact that the woman checking him is poor and that he is rich. Because Tom Segura's net worth, if you look it up, which I did the honors for you, his net worth is $12 million. So he has a few coins in his pocket, a few schmeckles in his wallet. And so during this rant, people start to realize, okay, this guy's literally just complaining about a woman being poor. Like, it's so goofy. He makes one valid point in this entire argument, and it's that some get mad when people vent online about airline frustrations, but honestly, it's a healthy outlet. Think of the alternatives. Writing is probably the best option. You get the emotions out, get some validation, and can fantasize that old freak face sees what you wrote. And yeah, I guess that's true. Complaining on Twitter is probably the least harmful thing to do. But when you take it from one tweet to 40, it starts becoming a problem. He keeps going on the same thread and says, such a piece of shit. It's not a regional jet. People are boarding with the exact same bag. Just an entitled, ego-driven old hag who felt like being a freak. On some level, you have to respect it at American Air. He really wants American Air to be checking this tweet out. He really wants them to know what's going on. And American Air responded. They actually responded. This series continues onwards. So American Air says, we know you're no rookie, Tom, and you know you have how to pack a bag. We're sorry for the hassle today. He said, this is such a psychological tactic that a well-trained people across all businesses use, but it's effective. They empathize with the customer emotion. Typically, people feel seen and heard and immediately calm down after this acknowledgement. I still wish awful things on the gate agent. And this is when things start to get weird. They apologized. What else do you want from them? Monetary compensation? Do you want a private jet? This dude is complaining about getting his bag checked on a goddamn airliner. We have all dealt with this if you've been on an airplane before. It's basic decency. Ever since a giant terrorist attack happened in the country, we need to be a little careful. It's just something, it's considerate. It's just considerate. And at this point, Tom is just kind of mean. He's kind of just annoying, right? Just being an annoying haggler on Twitter and complaining to an airliner. We've all seen people who do that on the website. But this is when things start to get a little more annoying. He tweets out another tweet a day later saying, all the poors and losers have the same response. Oh, you were inconvenienced. Well, you should accept it. That's what me and my dumb poor family have done for generations. This is why you're poor. He's a comedian, right? So one can assume he's doing satire here, but shouldn't satire be funny? Shouldn't satire bring some sort of giggle to at least someone? The only people who be giggling about this are other rich comedians. I mean, maybe there's someone who's dick rides comedians to a certain degree that they're it's kind of funny. But to be honest, he's just making jokes about someone being poor. This is such an unfunny thing to run with. And someone made a valid response, being okay, it's calling a service worker a C word for doing her job. You think she had options? She's just singularly in charge of checking bags. It's the callousness of humanity that bothers people, and the response of don't be poor doesn't do any favors. You've lost touch. And he gives the wonderful and well-informed response of poor, while pointing downwards at the tweet that said that. I love this man so much. Our boy Tommy has been digging himself a deeper and deeper grave. He has gone from just being a comedian, probably making jokes upon the situation, while also kind of complaining. I mean, comedy is kind of a way of letting off steam. If there's something you find makes you angry, you can use comedy in that way. But he's gone from being comedian to sort of a dickhead to now we have entered the range of what I would like to call the salty bitch category. He has become a salty bitch on Twitter, and he's kept tweeting. It keeps going. I'm pointing at it right now, but you can't see it until I hit this button. The lowest level poors get upset as they've been trained to do when you point out they're happy to do it. I'm told servant mentality. They don't value time because their time is worthless. You are specks of shit on a washcloth, and washcloths belong in the trash. Thomas, you're sounding like a goddamn cult leader. What are you talking about? Like, he is, as I've said, say it with me, he's become a salty bitch. He is... Like, this is about an airliner checking your bag. Literally everyone deals with this, and the thing is, this woman didn't point him out specifically to check his bag. It's not like she probably didn't even know who he is. He looks like a goddamn potato. There are like 7 white men that I know alone that look like him. I don't think they were targeting you, Tommy. I don't think you were a target or an object of obsession on this airliner because they thought you brought a bomb on the plane. I actually love the comment that someone made on his tweet right here that says, "You'd be high on meth in a tent in Skid Row if you had an even average upbringing. Lucky mediocrity such as yourself should keep your heads down." Oh my God. Senior PowerPoint engineer actually just murdered Tom Segura on the timeline, which is so funny to me. But Tom Segura came out another 2 days later with another tweet, and he kind of apologizes, but also kind of just backtracks because he's a dickhead, or as I like to say, a salty bitch, and said, here it is, "Lesson learned. To forgive it is the highest, most beautiful form of love. In return, you will receive untold peace and happiness." That's great. We love to hear that. Okay, so you're forgiving? That's awesome. "I want you to know that I forgive the gate agent that behaved like a child in order to feel like a boss, and I hope the next passenger does too." Nice backhanded ass fucking apology. Like, what was that, Tom? Like, that wasn't even an apology. That was just you being like, well, I'm sorry that you're an idiot and stupid and dumb. I'm sorry that I didn't like that my bag got checked. You freak, you stupid freak, you freak. And the internet moves very fast. There's constantly things changing. There's constantly people doing bad things and then people forgetting about it and moving on to the next tragedy that happens online. But the thing is, it seems like this is actually kind of sticking with people. If you go to Tom Segura's Instagram, which is a whole different site, we've moved URLs here. You can see that there are people in his comments still trashing on him. And he's even put a comment in his comment section saying, "So many poors commenting. Welcome. Whoever is kind to the poors lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they've done." And the joke I made earlier about Tom becoming a cult leader, I think it's bordering on that. He's genuinely just fallen off. He's actually just being such a dickhead to everyone who disagrees with him, instead of just being genuine and maybe apologizing for lashing out on Twitter, which we all do occasionally. I lash out on Twitter. I told someone to go to sleep, grandma, this morning because they made some joke about music never being good anymore. Like, I don't know. I say stupid things, but I'll apologize if I hurt their feelings because that's something genuine to do. But whatever, he's a comedian, he's rich, he has no clue what he's doing, he's just an asshole. But I wanted to talk about it in front of a camera and see what you guys think about it, because it's really goofy seeing this happen. But I'm not surprised either, really. I mean, he doesn't exactly look like the nicest face in the world, but I'm going to be getting out of here for now. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you stick around for more videos like this. I make daily content, so we'll see what happens next. I might be posting a gaming video tomorrow. We might get part 2 of Outlast, if you guys want it. Comment below if you want it. If not, I'll record another commentary video, because I do like making these as well. But I'm going to be getting out of here. I'm going to give you guys the song of the day, which, as you can see, I'm wearing my sweaters. It's getting cold out, so I'm going to be giving you guys the song Sweater Weather, which is, by the way, probably one of my favorite songs ever, so give that a listen. I'm going to add it to the Songs of the Day playlist, and I'm going to be getting out of here and hitting the road. Not too hard, though. I don't want to hurt my hands, but thank you guys for being here, and as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night, and just apologize if you do something stupid, you salty bitch.